Guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. So today I'm going to be featuring another San Martin on the channel. I was recently contacted by San Martin because they've got a sale coming up. I think it starts on the 18th. Could be wrong. If I am wrong, I'll put a different date in front of me. But it'll be a couple of days after, anyway, after this watch's video is released. They said they wanted if I would be happy to feature this watch on the channel. I did have to pay for it. Got a bit of a discount, but I was intrigued because of the Kanagawa Wave on it, and it's something my wife wanted me to get in as well, so it worked on a few levels. Guys, if you know San Martin, and I don't say this because I'm getting told to say it, because I never would do that, they make exceptional watches for the price. I think they make the best watches on AliExpress personally. I don't think there's really a brand that come close to them. Escapement Time are really good. I've only had one, and that was exceptional. But in terms of bashing out watch after watch and the quality and the finishing you get, San Martin are operating on a whole different level. And I've got to be honest, guys, this watch, again, kind of proves that to me in terms of the quality, the finishing, everything. It's just such a nice watch. And I've not had one San Martin watch yet that I didn't like. And I've had five, or I think I've had five now. I'm sure I'll have more. And I don't keep all of them, not because I don't like them, but because I don't want my watch collection to get too big. As you can imagine, having a watch channel, it'd be very, very easy to end up with a whole room full of watches, given the fact that I end up having to feature so many. So you can't fall in love with all of them, and sometimes you do have to move someone just to bring some cash in to get some more. But yeah, guys, this watch is definitely worth considering. Like I said, on a couple of days after this, in a couple of days' time, there will be a sale on AliExpress where you can get a favourable price on this watch, and I think it's worth every penny. I think if you was to go to the high street, you'd spend a lot more on this watch, 2 or 3 times the price, in fact. So it's definitely worth considering. Yeah, so as I say, it's the Bronze Diver. I will leave the model number in front of me now just to denote what it is, and obviously I'll do that in the video as well. But please, guys, do keep on watching the video, and you'll see why I like this watch so much, and also why I like San Martin. But guys, thank you for tuning back in. I do appreciate all your support, and without further ado, let's get the camera turned around and get on with it. Alright, guys and girls, so this is the watch. As I said in the brief intro, it's a San Martin. It's sort of like a bronze Submariner sort of watch. It's got a Kanagawa Wave on it. I was contacted by San Martin. They said they would like me to feature the watch. I didn't get this watch for free. I still had to pay for it. They just gave me a little bit of money off, just for helping them out. But yeah, this is the case it comes in. If you've had one San Martin, you had all of them in terms of the packaging. Nothing amazing, but I'm not too fussed about the fact they don't spend too much money on their packaging. I'd rather them invest it in the watch, which is most definitely what they seem to do. It comes with a tang, which is pretty common. Comes with a couple of tools to try and size the watch. You don't really need it because obviously it comes on a leather strap. It did also come with a rubber strap, a yellow one, but my wife has since already taken that off me. Yeah, so I've had this watch on for a few days now. As I said already, my wife has already claimed this watch off me because she likes it that much. But yeah, this is the watch. I've got to say, guys, it is stunning. I wasn't sure how I would feel about the Kanagawa Wave on the dial, but actually, guys, it is beautiful with the bronze construction and the sort of gold applied indices as well. It just looks stunning. Yeah. So, but anyway, before I go off on a tangent, I just want to go through all the specs and all the good stuff we normally do. So the model number for this watch is SN017-Q-35. Obviously, it'll appear in front of me also, just so you can see it. The movement inside is an automatic movement. I know I always turn the watch around even when you can't see it, but yeah, just to denote that obviously it's not an exhibition case back, but it is running a Seiko NH35 movement, which is a date variant, not day date. The construction of this is a bit of a mixture. Most of it is made up of bronze, which is would be the crown, bezel, case, and pin buckle clasp, all made up of 316L stainless steel. The case back is, 316L is bronze. The case back is made of 316L stainless steel. But yeah, so just recap: the crown, bezel, case, pin buckle clasp, bronze. Case back, stainless steel. Second time lucky. The case thickness of this watch is 13.5 millimeters. The case diameter from the 8 to the 2 is 41 millimeters. but it comes 42 because the bezel does overhang a little bit. And also when you go from the 9 to the 3, taking into consideration the crown, it does become 44.5 millimeters. The lug width is 20 millimeters, and the lug to lug, tip to tip, is 48 millimeters. So a lot of sweet spots there in terms of the dimensions of the watch. As I've already alluded to, the case back is screwed down, again very much in keeping with the Rolex sort of style in terms of how it's screwed down. And yeah, stainless steel, as I've already alluded to. The bezel is a bronze bezel. It's got a lume pip at the 12 o'clock. And again, the San Martin, as you know, if you've had one, you'll know their bezels are very good. So let me just be quiet just for a second. Yeah, very, very good. 120 click uni-directional bezel, no bounce, no back play. Very, very good bezel. I wasn't sure what to expect given it's a bronze construction, but they seem to have nailed that to be honest. It's very, very good. The crown is sterile and is screwed down. We'll get into that just in a few moments when we look at the dial and the movement in a bit more detail. The strap it comes on is leather, but it's a bit sort of suede-y, leather and suede mixture. Very, very nice actually, and my wife loves this strap. So she's not sure if it goes with the bronze construction. She's looking at probably a darker strap to make the watch pop a little bit more, but she does love the strap, and I've got to say she's probably right. It's very, very nice. The clasp is a pin buckle clasp, and again it's bronze, just in keeping with the rest of the watch. As you can see, we've had it on for a few days now and it is starting to patina. I love that. I will not be putting it in vinegar or anything that anyone does to try and get rid of the patina, and I hope my wife doesn't do that either, because I do think the joy of a bronze watch is letting it patina, just to see how it comes out and all the different sort of colours you get and stuff. I think it looks beautiful. The crystal covering that beautiful dial is a flat bit of sapphire crystal. There is some AR coating on it. I don't know if you could pick that up in my lighting. The water resistance for this watch is 200 meters. So yeah, you can kind of do anything with this watch with 200 meters. And like I said, the fact that it's got screw down crown, screw down case back, the crystals seem very well in place. I wouldn't have any problems. So yeah, 200 meters, 20 atmospheres of water resistance. The weight will appear in the top right hand corner. It's in and around 95.5 grams. Give or take, but which is quite a bit of heft really, given the fact that the strap is very, very light. So it tells you a lot of the heft comes from the actual watch itself. But yeah, let's have a look at the dial now, guys. So what you have on the dial, you've got a bronze rehaut, which looks really, really nice. You've got a minute track going around the edge, and just inside that you've got applied indices. As I've already alluded to, the gold accents, which look stunning. The Kanagawa Wave. Again, guys, I think it's got to be seen to believe the sort of texture they've used, but it's not just flat, it's all different textures on there, and it is stunning. I really, really like it. I wasn't sure. My wife wanted me to get this one, and I think she's nailed it, to be honest. I think she's bang on right in terms of what it looks like. As I've already alluded to, it has got a Seiko NH35 movement inside, so if you take it out, it'll pop. You can hand wind it. If you take it out to the second position, it will hack, and then I'll get it out to the safe zone. I'll reset the time for my wife afterwards so she doesn't have a go at me. And then yeah, you can put it to there. If you put it to the first position, which I've managed to do, it won't hack obviously, but you can go through the date. I'll go back through to the date, so I don't get in too much trouble. Or I'll go to the 11th, shall we say, and then I'll just do it later. But yeah, that's the movement, and I've said it before, with a Seiko movement, NH35 and NH36, I don't think you can really go wrong for the price. And the crown, in terms of the knurling, I think it's done fantastically well. I've had no problems sort of screwing it and unscrewing it. It's been very, very easy to use. But yeah, that's the dial. I think the star of the show will be the Kanagawa Wave. I think it's a polarizer, but I think you've really got to get it in hand to sort of know whether you like it or not. And yeah, and like I say, guys, the Kanagawa Wave, the applied indices and the detail to the hand in terms of the finishing is quite beautiful, to be honest. I think it looks very, very nice. But yeah, let me pop it on my wrist quickly, just to give you a feel of what it looks like on my wrist. My wrist is just above a 7-inch wrist, and I wear it sort of halfway through. It does fit my wife comfortably as well. So, and then you could probably go down to sort of 6, maybe a bit lower, all the way up to probably 8.5, I'd say. A lot of scope there, and that's what it looks like on me. You will probably get a better feel for what it looks like once we go outside in daylight conditions. But yeah, guys, this watch is beautiful. If my wife hadn't claimed it off me, I would have probably kept it, to be quite honest, because I think it's a real nice watch. And yeah, so that will take me on now to what I think is pants and pukka. As you guys will know, I always start with pants. I like to end on a high with pukka. So what I would say for pants is, a bit unusually, I don't mind the dial not having it, but the unsigned elements is a bit unusual for San Martin. They do tend to brand their watches quite well. So there's nothing on the crown, nothing on the clasp. I'm not sure if it's too difficult to apply or engrave on bronze, but I'm sure they could have done something with that. The misaligned Cyclops, I don't know if you can make that out. It's slightly off, which is really unusual, to be honest. You can see it okay, but it's not straight, which is very, very unusual for San Martin. They're very, very good normally, very diligent in terms of applying all the elements properly. And finally, what I would also say is the sharp edges, in terms of at the ends here. Yeah, they're very sharp. They probably could have done with sort of being filed down just a little bit. Very sharp edges. They can easily catch it on stuff. So yeah, not perfect, but yeah, just got to be honest. I've got to point out the stuff that I've noticed, as I always will. So yeah, just to surmise what I think is pants, I'd go with the unsigned elements, the misaligned Cyclops, and the sharp edges on the case. In terms of what I think is pukka, I'd go with the Sapphire crystal. Obviously, you know me, guys, I love a bit of Sapphire crystal. The dial, yeah, the dial is exceptional. If you can try and pick up a Kanagawa Wave on a watch that you like, it won't let the watch down at all. I think it adds a huge amount to the watch, if I'm being honest. The applied indices are done exceptionally well. I do like the fact they've done them in gold. It just adds a little bit. It sort of goes with bronze a lot better than silver would have done, in my opinion. The hands, as I've alluded to already, they're finished to such a high standard. Very, very nice. These are the details you get from San Martin, guys, to be honest. And I do like San Martin watches. I've never hid that fact. And the fit and finish in terms of everything else. And sorry, in the bezel, So yeah, but yeah, the fit and finish, guys, is just different level. The only thing I've got to compare it against in my own collection in terms of the finishing of the San Martin watch is probably a Hamilton, which is a Swiss watch. So you can imagine San Martin really are bashing out watches that are quite remarkable for the price. So yeah, just to surmise, I'd go with the Sapphire crystal, I would go with the dial, I would go with the applied indices and the hands, I'd go with the bezel in terms of the alignment and how it feels, and the fit and finish of the watch for what I think is pukka. Would I recommend this watch? 100%. There's going to be a sale taking place in a couple of days. I will leave an affiliate link in the bottom taking you to this watch. So do take advantage of the sale where you're going to get this watch for a really decent price. And like I said, for the construction, everything else, is it worth between 150 and 220 pound? I would say 100% yes. If you was to buy anything like this in the shops and if you go to down to local retailers and stuff, you'd be spending, I would say, well over £500 for a watch of this sort of quality and construction. So don't be fooled by the fact you're buying this on AliExpress from San Martin. This is a great watch, very well made. Some of the watches I own that are made so well are San Martin watches. They're fantastic. So I'll definitely recommend this watch, guys. Let me know what you think about this watch. Maybe any other watch you'd like to see me have on the channel, and just any sort of dialogue you'd like to enter into. I love having conversations and entering into dialogue with you guys. I love it. I appreciate all my subscribers and potential subscribers. So thank you guys for tuning back in. And as always say, don't forget to like and subscribe, and always watch the time. Take care, guys. All the best.